Hey Taurus, I just pulled your cards for this reading and honestly, the energy coming through is fascinating. So I laid out the spread and what I'm seeing is this massive shift happening in your destiny, and there's someone from your past who is absolutely struggling with watching you step into this new level. Like, the universe is literally repositioning you right now, and not everyone is happy about it. Let me just say before we dive in, if you're feeling this pull towards something bigger lately, if you've been sensing that things are changing in ways you can't quite explain yet, this reading is going to make so much sense. And if you've noticed someone acting strange around your success or your growth, yeah, we're going to talk about that too. So the cards I pulled are the Devil, Four of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Four of Swords, and Page of Pentacles. And Taurus, when I saw this combination, I had to pause because the story these cards are telling is so specific and so powerful. Alright, let's start with the first card that came out, and it's the Devil. Now I know when people see the Devil card they sometimes get worried, but in this reading, it's showing me something really interesting about your past. This card is talking about chains, about being bound to something or someone, about patterns that kept you small. And here's what's fascinating, Taurus. The Devil is appearing here to show what you're leaving behind, not what's ahead of you. So let me paint this picture for you. The Devil represents those situations where we felt trapped, where we maybe stayed in circumstances that weren't serving us because we thought we had to, or because we were comfortable even if we weren't happy, or because someone else wanted us there. For you, Taurus, this card is revealing that there was a period in your life where you were playing small, where you were dimming your light, where you were keeping yourself in a box that someone else built for you. And you know what's interesting about the Devil energy? It often involves another person who benefits from you staying small. This could be someone who liked it when you were dependent on them, when you needed their approval, when you looked up to them as having something you didn't have. The Devil shows us codependent dynamics, situations where someone has a hold on us emotionally or psychologically, even if we don't realize it. But here's the thing, and this is where it gets really powerful, Taurus. The fact that the Devil is showing up in this reading, at this moment, tells me you're in the process of breaking these chains. You're waking up to patterns that no longer serve you. You're seeing clearly for the first time how certain relationships or situations were actually holding you back, keeping you from your true potential. And the person from your past that we're going to keep talking about throughout this reading? They liked you better when you were under the Devil's influence. They preferred you when you were stuck, when you were smaller, when you weren't shining as brightly as you're about to shine. There's something else the Devil is showing me too. This card often represents materialism, attachment to external validation, seeking worth from outside yourself. And I'm getting that you used to measure your value by someone else's standards. Maybe you were trying to live up to their expectations, trying to be what they wanted you to be, trying to prove yourself worthy in their eyes. That energy is dissolving now, Taurus. You're stepping into your own power, defining success on your own terms, and that shift is absolutely rattling someone who thought they had influence over you. The second card is Four of Cups, and okay, this is where we start seeing the emotional landscape of what's happening. Four of Cups shows someone sitting under a tree, arms crossed, looking at three cups in front of them with dissatisfaction, while a fourth cup is being offered from the clouds that they're not even noticing. This card is about apathy, about feeling stuck, about missing opportunities because you're too focused on disappointment. Now in your reading, Taurus, Four of Cups is appearing in two ways. First, it's showing me a version of you from the past, before this destiny shift started happening. There was a time when you were feeling unfulfilled, when you were looking at your life and thinking, is this all there is? You might have felt stuck in a rut, going through the motions, not seeing the possibilities that were right in front of you. The Four of Cups energy is that feeling of being in a funk, being dissatisfied but also being too tired or too discouraged to reach for something better. But here's the second layer, and this is crucial. The Four of Cups is also representing that person from your past right now. While you're breaking free and stepping into your spotlight, they're sitting in their own Four of Cups energy. They're stuck, they're dissatisfied, and instead of looking at the opportunities the universe is offering them, they're fixated on you. They're watching what you're doing, watching you grow, watching you succeed, and they're bitter about it. See, when you were in your own Four of Cups phase, when you were stuck and small and not seeing your potential, this person was comfortable. Maybe they were your friend, maybe they were your partner, maybe they were a colleague or family member, but either way, they liked the dynamic when you were both stuck together. Or even better for them, when they were ahead and you were behind. But now that you're rising, now that you're stepping into something bigger, they're revealing their true colors. Instead of celebrating with you, instead of being inspired by you, they're sitting in their own stagnation and resenting your growth. The Four of Cups is showing me that this person is emotionally unavailable to genuinely support you. They're too wrapped up in their own disappointment, their own sense of lack, their own ego wounds. When they see you succeeding, it triggers something in them, makes them look at their own life and feel worse about where they are. And instead of using that as motivation, instead of being happy for you and working on themselves, they're choosing the lower vibration of envy and criticism. Now we move to the Six of Pentacles, and Taurus, this is where your energy is shifting powerfully. Six of Pentacles shows a wealthy person distributing coins to those in need, and it's all about generosity, abundance, giving and receiving, being in a position of power and resources. This card is telling me that you are stepping into a position of authority, of abundance, of being the one who has what others need. Think about the shift here. From the Devil showing you were once bound and limited, from Four of Cups showing you were once dissatisfied and stuck, now we have Six of Pentacles showing you rising into a position of power and plenty. You're becoming the benefactor, the leader, the one with resources. Whether this is financial abundance, career success, knowledge, influence, or spiritual gifts, you're moving into a space where you have something valuable to offer the world. And here's what makes this so triggering for that person from your past. The Six of Pentacles represents a complete reversal of the old dynamic. Maybe they used to be the one in the power position. Maybe they used to be the one with more money, more success, more knowledge, more status. Maybe you used to look up to them, maybe you used to need them in some way. But now the tables are turning, and the Six of Pentacles is showing that you are rising into a position that equals or surpasses where they are. Or maybe the dynamic was different. Maybe you were both struggling together, both stuck, both in the same boat. And there was a certain comfort in that shared struggle, a certain bond in being in the same place. But now you're breaking out, you're rising up, and the Six of Pentacles shows you're not just getting by anymore, you're actually thriving. You're moving into abundance while they're still stuck in that Four of Cups dissatisfaction. What I love about the Six of Pentacles in your reading is that it shows you're not becoming selfish or greedy with your success. This card is about generosity, about sharing, about helping others. As you rise, you're bringing others up with you. You're using your gifts and resources to make a positive impact. But here's the thing, that person from your past doesn't see it that way. They're so caught up in their own jealousy, their own sense of being left behind, that they can't appreciate the good you're doing. They can't celebrate the fact that you're in a position to help people now. The Six of Pentacles also speaks to balance and fairness. You're learning to give and receive in healthy ways. You're no longer in those unbalanced relationships where you gave everything and got nothing back, or where you were made to feel like you owed someone for their scraps of attention or approval. You're standing in your worth now, and you're attracting relationships and opportunities that actually honor your value. Alright, now we get to the Six of Wands, and Taurus, this is your spotlight moment. The Six of Wands is one of the most victorious cards in the entire deck. It shows someone riding through a crowd on a horse, holding a wand with a victory wreath, while people celebrate and cheer. This is public recognition, this is triumph, this is being acknowledged for your achievements. So let's connect the dots here. You broke free from the Devil's chains, you moved through the Four of Cups dissatisfaction, you stepped into the Six of Pentacles abundance and generosity, and now the Six of Wands is showing that your success is becoming visible. People are noticing, you're getting recognition, you're being celebrated, you're literally in the spotlight, just like the theme of this reading promised. The Six of Wands tells me that something you've worked hard for is paying off in a public way. This could be a promotion at work where everyone sees you elevated. This could be a creative project that gets recognized and praised. This could be a business venture that takes off. This could be personal transformation that's so obvious people can't help but comment on how different you are, how confident you've become, how you're glowing. Whatever form it takes, the Six of Wands is about visible victory. And here's what's absolutely fascinating about this card in relation to that person from your past. The Six of Wands isn't just about personal success, it's about public success. It's about other people seeing and acknowledging what you've accomplished. And for someone who's threatened by your growth, who's jealous of your rise, having to watch you be publicly celebrated is torture for them. When your success was private, when you were making internal changes or having small wins that only you knew about, maybe they could ignore it or downplay it in their mind. But the Six of Wands says your success is becoming undeniable. Other people are celebrating you. You're getting praise, recognition, opportunities. And this person has to watch it happen. They might even have to act like they're happy for you in public while privately seething. They might have to hear other people talk about your accomplishments. They might see your social media posts getting engagement, might hear mutual friends mention your success, might watch you receive opportunities they wish they had. The Six of Wands is also about confidence and self-assurance. You're not shrinking anymore, Taurus. You're not hiding your light. You're not downplaying your achievements to make other people comfortable. You're standing tall, you're owning your success, you're letting yourself be celebrated. And that confidence, that energy of someone who knows their worth and isn't afraid to be seen, that's incredibly magnetic. It attracts opportunities, attracts genuine supporters, attracts more success. But it also absolutely triggers anyone who preferred you small and doubtful. The fifth card is Four of Swords, and this is interesting because it might seem like it contradicts the victory energy of Six of Wands, but actually it's perfect guidance. Four of Swords shows a figure lying in rest, swords on the wall, stained glass window above. This is about rest, recovery, strategic retreat, taking time to integrate and recharge. So here's what the Four of Swords is telling you, Taurus. As you move through this destiny shift, as you step into the spotlight, as you handle the reality of someone from your past being unable to handle your success, you need to protect your peace. You need to rest. You need to create space for stillness and integration. The Four of Swords is a reminder that not every battle needs to be fought. That person from your past who's struggling with your success, you don't need to engage with their negativity. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to prove anything to them. The Four of Swords says step back, create boundaries, protect your energy. This card often appears when someone has been through an intense period and needs recovery time. And think about what you've been through, what this reading is describing. Breaking free from limiting patterns, moving through dissatisfaction into abundance, stepping into public recognition. That's huge, Taurus. That takes energy. And the Four of Swords is here to remind you to take care of yourself through this transition. There's also a strategic element to Four of Swords. It's not just about passive rest, it's about strategic withdrawal. It's about knowing when to engage and when to conserve your energy. It's about being smart with your resources, including your emotional and mental resources. So when that person from your past tries to pull you into drama, tries to get a reaction from you, tries to make you feel guilty for your success or tries to diminish your achievements, the Four of Swords says don't take the bait. Stay in your peaceful power. Let them have their feelings while you protect yours. The Four of Swords also speaks to mental clarity and perspective. When you give yourself time to rest and reflect, you can see situations more clearly. You can recognize toxic patterns. You can make decisions from a calm, centered place rather than from reaction or emotion. So as this person from your past shows their true colors, as they reveal their inability to celebrate your success, the Four of Swords gives you the clarity to see it for what it is and the wisdom to respond appropriately, which might mean not responding at all. And you know what else? The Four of Swords is about meditation, contemplation, going within. This is such a powerful time for you to connect with your inner guidance, Taurus. To check in with yourself about how you want to move forward, what kind of energy you want to bring into this next chapter, who deserves access to you in this new phase of your life. The external validation of Six of Wands is beautiful, but the Four of Swords reminds you that the most important validation comes from within. The final card, and honestly this is perfect, is Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles shows a young person holding a pentacle, studying it with focus and dedication. This card represents new beginnings in the material world, being a student, learning new skills, planting seeds for future success, having a fresh start with resources and opportunities. So after everything we've talked about, after breaking free from the devil's chains, after moving through the Four of Cups dissatisfaction, after stepping into Six of Pentacles abundance and Six of Wands recognition, after taking Four of Swords rest and integration, now we have Page of Pentacles showing you're entering a brand new chapter with fresh energy and new opportunities. The Page of Pentacles tells me you're approaching this new phase of your life with curiosity and dedication. You're not resting on your laurels after the Six of Wands victory. You're not becoming complacent. Instead, you're staying humble and hungry. You're ready to learn, ready to grow, ready to develop new skills. There are new opportunities coming your way, Taurus, and you're approaching them with the perfect energy of enthusiasm combined with diligence. What I love about the Page of Pentacles appearing here is that it shows your success isn't a fluke or a one-time thing. The page is the beginning of a whole new cycle. Those seeds you're planting now? They're going to grow into something substantial. That new project, that new skill, that new opportunity, that new way of being in the world? It's the foundation for even greater success down the line. And in contrast to that person from your past who's stuck in Four of Cups stagnation, you're embodying Page of Pentacles energy. You're moving forward. You're excited about learning and growing. You're investing in yourself. You're building something real and lasting. The difference in energy is stark, and it's going to become even more obvious as time goes on. The Page of Pentacles also represents good news related to money, career, or practical matters. So keep your eyes open, Taurus, because there are tangible opportunities heading your way. This could be a job offer, a financial opportunity, a chance to learn something that will increase your earning potential, a new venture that has real promise. Whatever it is, approach it with the page's energy of focus, dedication, and willingness to put in the work. So let's bring this all together, Taurus, because the story these cards are telling is so clear. You're in the middle of a major destiny shift. You're breaking free from old limitations and patterns that kept you small, patterns that may have been reinforced by someone who benefited from you staying stuck. You moved through a period of dissatisfaction and feeling like you were missing something, and now you're stepping into a position of abundance, authority, and generosity. Your success is becoming public and undeniable. You're receiving recognition and celebration. You're in the spotlight, and you're owning it with confidence and grace. But not everyone is happy about this, specifically someone from your past who preferred the old dynamic, who liked it better when you were lesser than or equal to, who's now triggered by watching you rise. The cards are guiding you to protect your peace through this transition, to not engage with negativity, to take time to rest and integrate these massive shifts. And looking forward, you're entering a fresh new chapter full of opportunities, approaching it with enthusiasm and dedication, planting seeds for even greater success in the future. That person from your past who can't handle your success? They're revealing who they really are. And as hard as it might be to see, it's actually a gift. Because now you know. Now you can make informed decisions about who gets access to you, who deserves to be part of your journey, who truly wants the best for you. Real friends, real family, real supporters? They celebrate your wins. They cheer you on. They're inspired by your growth, not threatened by it. So Taurus, my guidance for you is this. Keep rising. Keep shining. Keep stepping into your power and your spotlight. You've earned it. You've worked for it. You deserve it. And don't dim your light to make anyone else comfortable. The right people will love seeing you glow. The wrong people will reveal themselves, and that's okay. That's them showing you who they are, and you can believe them. Protect your energy, take care of yourself, stay focused on your path, and get excited about what's coming because the Page of Pentacles promises this is just the beginning. You're building something real, something lasting, something that's going to keep growing and expanding. And the people who can't handle watching that happen? They'll fade into the background while you keep moving forward into your destiny. Alright Taurus, that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you. If this resonated, if you're feeling this shift happening, if you recognize that person from your past in this reading, let me know in the comments. And remember, your success doesn't diminish anyone else unless they choose to see it that way. Keep shining.